So 2K just released the facts that NBA 2K24 is going to bring back the legend grind, but this time instead of having legend, it's going to be called top 10. As you guys can see, the graph that they dropped is right here on the screen. And we go from rookie, starter, veteran to top 10. Where we used to go from rookie, pro, all-star, superstar to legend. So they actually got rid of a whole category by itself. And instead of legend, it's called top 10. Which in my opinion is pretty interesting. Does that mean that only the top 10 players are going to be that rank? So that means even if you play the game for an exorbitant amount of time, you still might never hit top 10. If that is the case, you better hope those rewards are absolutely elite and something that only 10 people should have. For example, VIP got next could be a decent reward for top 10. Could be unlimited boost, and they're two things that can come and go. If you give someone a tiger for hitting top 10, the chances are you're not going to be able to take that tiger away when they fall out of the top 10. So a reward like VIP got next or unlimited boost could definitely be one of those top 10 rewards, but as again, I'm just speculating. Also, Mike Wang's most recent tweet is that we're having some internal debate on how much losing adrenaline should penalize you on defense. Concerns are the number below are too harsh. 5% and 10% for the next 2 bars were suggested. Thoughts? If you guys didn't watch my last video, that's in reference to his tweet saying steal and blocks attempts will consume adrenaline bars on defense. First bar gone equals 20% block/steal rating nerf. 2 bars gone equals 40% nerf. And 3rd bar gone equals 75% nerf. Now, my opinion is that 5 and 10% penalties seem too little, where 20, 40, and 75 seems far too extreme. I don't know why he just went from one end of the spectrum to the other. Realistically, maybe 20, 30, 40 would be a good percentage, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And now let's watch these videos that I missed in my last video. These are all posted on the NBA 2K website, so most of this information should be set in stone, but let's check this out. This is the 2K24 Dev Diaries gameplay enhancement by Mike Wang.
What's up, everyone? I'm Mike Wang, and I'm the gameplay director for NBA 2K24.
Hi, Mike Wang.
Today, I'm going to talk to you about the gameplay highlights that are driving the underlying NBA 2K24 experience across all consoles. Let's get started. When it comes to offense, shooting and dribbling are more accessible and intuitive, enabling players of all skill levels to flourish on the court. Players who play on Hall of Fame or comp online games will be playing with green or miss shot timing for the ultimate challenge. But team control modes...
Is it just me, or if we look at that Steph Curry clip, does it kind of look like he's moving like live? I don't know why. The animations just seem so drawn out, and a lot of people are saying it looks smooth. In my opinion, it looks kind of clunky. It looks like live, in my opinion. But
we'll see more forgiving shot timing, so you won't have to memorize every single player's release to the exact frame to find success. Advanced layups like floaters, reverses.
That's good, okay? For my team players, I couldn't play my team this year because every single player had a different shot timing. It was ridiculous, it was unplayable, so I do like that.
Euros, hop steps, and scoops are much more effective this year. And I'd encourage everyone to try out layup timing. It's much more forgiving for high percentage layups and also gives you the ability to finish tough circus layups in traffic if you can master it. For dunkers in New Gen, you can now force rim hangs.
That's a big thing, okay? If we're thinking we're getting pro play and we're getting all NBA player animations, bro, how is anyone gonna guard like a Kyrie Irving layup package? You saw that Jason Tatum package, he picked it up with one hand, went around for the Euro. Bro, if you got Kyrie coming down the lane, Euro stepping everyone and fillet off the side of the backboard, like, how are you gonna balance that? But not only how are you gonna balance that in terms of it not being OP, how are you gonna make people actually choose their animation so it's not just RNG? Because it has been nothing more frustrating than if you have those packages and you know you can do some crazy Euro step behind the back jelly type thing, but then your player does some stupid animation that just gets blocked every time. How are you gonna make it so that people can consistently get the animations that they want? Which doesn't mean that those animations have to be unguardable. If people block at the right time, they can block it, and if they're in the right position, they can still block it. But it's gonna be very interesting to see how they balance the more complex layups.
Any two-hand dunk by simply keeping the sprint trigger held when the dunker grabs the rim. Down on the pro stick will give you flashy dunks, and up-down or down-up double throws will let you attempt contact dunks in traffic. You can now branch out of any offensive rebound to a putback attempt by simply pressing the shot button after the catch. Post fades and hop shots are also really effective shots for post players, and you can definitely feel the impact of strength and weight as bigger players easily dominate weaker ones on the glass.
They say that every year.
Shooting has been customized and improved for all various.
If they're talking about post hooks and post hop shots, does that mean they're getting a buff? Because they definitely don't need a buff. If you guys played against or with a good post scorer, it's unguardable as it is. I don't know why Mike Wang's bringing that up, like it was something that needed to be addressed. But in terms of the strength, they say that every single year. I'll believe it when I see it.
Modes, difficulties, and player skill levels. But in order to get high percentage shots, you need to know how to create separation off the dribble. One of my favorite elements in NBA 2K24 is the dribble breakdowns. Each player has two versions. Regular breakdowns are done by flicking up on the right analog stick, and aggressive breakdowns are done by flicking up with sprint held. This will initiate a sequence of signature size-up moves that you can use to create separation with on their own, or branch out of at any time for an explosive drive or other dribble move.
All-style size-ups are back?
This year features all new signature double crosses, hezi crosses, and escape moves. Another major addition is the blowout dribble. Tapping the sprint trigger while moving will give you a quick burst of speed where the ball handler pushes the ball ahead to get out quickly on the break. Adrenaline boosts are back, but
that's just a fancy way of saying speed boosting. Speed boosting is back as always. I don't know. Just now there's an animation that automatically activates it.
Been redesigned to make both offense and defense more skill-based. On offense, boosts are no longer lost when pulling off dribble combos or moving short distances. This gives dribblers much more freedom to create off the bounce. Losing adrenaline won't feel like moving in mud like last year, but it will heavily impact shooting attributes.
Okay, that's good. That is good, okay? If you guys didn't hear, the adrenaline is gonna be like, even if you're dribbling the ball and you bump into someone, then you lose an adrenaline bar. So if I do like a momentum crossover or something, I lose the adrenaline on the crossover, and then I get stopped by my defender, all of a sudden I'm down 2 adrenaline bars. And if you dribble in 2K23, you know if you've only got 1 adrenaline bar, then you can't really do anything, because by the time you make your next crossover, then you lose that last adrenaline bar, you have no adrenaline, and then you can't do anything. So if they make it so when you lose your last adrenaline bar, your player doesn't go to 25 speed, then that may not be so bad, but it will affect your shooting. I kind of like that.
So if a good defender can bump the dribbler 2 or 3 times in a single possession, they'll have a really tough time scoring if they do manage to get free. Creating your own shot off the dribble isn't the only way to get good shots. Knowing how to operate away from the ball is just as important. NBA 2K24 features new right analog stick jukes and other quick explosive moves to free yourself up for a shot. Tapping the sprint trigger will also give you a huge burst of speed to find open spots on the floor for spot-up jumpers or easy rim runs for dunks. Along with the changes to adrenaline, counter moves are big in NBA 2K24. Perimeter and paint defense are both more effective and reward players for making good reads.
Thank you, Mike Wang. Okay, everyone be asking for buff defense.
Defensive movement has improved on many fronts, with better responsiveness and less sliding. This helps defenders get where they need to be, and with the improved body-up system, ball handlers will have a tough time getting free against great defenders. The improved contact can also be felt in the paint. Big defensive anchors will have a much easier time putting a body on shooters at the rim and forcing tough shots. Directional steals are also back. You need to reach with the correct hand closest to the ball and avoid reaching across the body to maximize success and avoid foul calls. You can also use directional steals to play passing lanes by flicking the right stick in the correct direction to get your hand in the way and deflect the pass.
Same as every year, okay?
Takeover returns to NBA 2K24, but with a different spin. Instead of assigning a takeover ability as part of the build process, now you can choose a category of attributes to boost on the fly. When you fill up the takeover meter, you can choose between finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense rebounding, or physicals. If you delay your takeover and fill up double takeover, you can choose 2 different categories of ratings to boost, making you a true threat on both ends of the floor. 2K Smart Play is back, making play calling more accessible for everybody. As you bring the ball up court, an overlay will come up recommending the best play and player for that possession. Tap L1 or the left bumper before crossing half court to run it. And to call your favorite plays, press the directional pad to the left and choose from up to 16 of your preferred actions. You can call anything from full plays to ISOs and give and goes. Everything about offense, defense, and coaching has been streamlined to make NBA 2K24 more enjoyable for all. We can't wait for you to experience the ultra-realistic gameplay in NBA.
Alright, W Mike Wang, that was actually a good video. I like that video a lot, okay? I already really talked about all the main points. The only thing I didn't mention was the fact that they're giving us a ton of new dribble moves, which he talked about. That's always good. New dribble moves equals good, okay? We like that. Now this is the official gameplay trailer. It's only 1 minute 47, so we'll quickly watch it. Oh, that little Giannis animation? That could be abusable, okay? That could be abusable for big slashes. If you could just run into people and bump people off, that might be a tough dribble style. That Steph Curry animation looks so much like live, it just looks so big. Yeah, that's kind of shows that gameplay is exactly like it. Exactly like the NBA. I don't know if I like how that Steph Curry movement looks though. They really put John Wall guarding, not John Wall, Jordan Poole get being guarded by Draymond Green. That's pretty funny. That looks ugly as hell, bro. I don't know who that is, but that looks like an ugly jump shot, ugly step back. Yeah, Wemby good. Tops. To me, everyone's saying it looks smooth. I don't know why. To me, it looks clunky as. Some things look smooth. I love that one. That is so tough. See, like that was the clip on Twitter. That Paul George clip. Everyone was posting on Twitter. Like it looks so. They're saying it looks smooth. It looks smooth when a real person does it. But I feel like if that whole animation is, let's say, that whole animation, you can see how he's kind of bopping up, right? If the whole animation is from when he starts the snatch back and then he does his little shake before his next move. It's sticking you in huge animations that take so much time and it'll make the dribbling, it'll look kind of smooth, but it will feel super clunky. That's the problem that Live has. And it's kind of the problem that 2K has been developing. If you look at like old gameplay, like 2K17, 2K16, animations were super quick, which means people could dribble real glitchy, but the dribbling felt so responsive because all the animations were really short. They don't look realistic, but they feel so much better to actually play with. Hey. Okay, that's really the end of the video. I think I've said everything that needs to be said. No really reason to keep talking. So if you guys enjoyed the video, man, hit that like, subscribe button. I really do appreciate it, and I'm out. See ya.